Peter, explain why a Nissan GTR with a V6 keeps beating Audi R8s with V10s. That math doesn't make sense.
Welcome to Physics Boost in Japanese Engineering Anger, Brian.
Aren't they both supercars?
Yes, but they're built completely different. The R8 is mid-engine, rear-biased, exotic layout. The GTR is front-engine, but with race car tricks hidden underneath.
Break down engines like I'm 5.
Okay, GTR has a 3.8-liter V6. That means 6 cylinders in a V shape. Smaller displacement, but it has 2 turbos.
So, cheat code?
Exactly. Turbos shove extra air into the engine, which equals more explosion, more power.
What about Audi?
R8 uses a 5.2-liter V10, 10 cylinders, naturally aspirated, no turbos. It relies on RPMs and sound instead of boost.
Which is better, though?
Turbos mean more torque and easy power upgrades. Naturally aspirated means better sound and smoother throttle.
So the Nissan GTR is stronger?
Yep, GTR makes huge torque early. R8 makes power high up in RPMs like a screaming banshee.
Where are the engines located?
R8 is mid-engine. Engine sits behind the driver but in front of the rear axle.
Why does that matter?
Better weight balance for cornering but harder to control at the limit.
And what about the Nissan GTR?
GTR is front engine, but the transmission is mounted in the rear. That's called a transaxle layout, meaning it balances weight better so the car doesn't feel nose-heavy.
All-wheel or rear-wheel drive better?
The GTR is all-wheel drive. Power goes to all 4 tires. So more grip, which launches harder, better traction, and safer for normal drivers. And the Audi R8, mostly rear-wheel drive. More fun, but also more spicy.
Suspension nerd stuff now.
Okay, Professor Brain. GTR uses double wishbone front suspension and multi-link rear. They keep the tires flat on the road during cornering. More grip, more stability at high speed.
Haha, cool! What about the Audi R8?
R8 uses double wishbone all around too. Very race-inspired. But Audi tunes it more for ride comfort and exotic handling feel.
Which handles better?
The R8 feels more nimble and balanced in corners. GTR feels planted and aggressive, like it's glued to the road.
So different styles?
Correct. R8 is like a dancer. GTR is like a linebacker.
How does power feel?
GTR hits you with turbo torque like getting punched by air. R8 builds power smoothly and screams to redline.
Why is the GTR easier to modify?
Because turbo engines respond insanely to tuning. Turn up boost, upgrade turbos, fuel system, instant horsepower. On the other hand, the Audi needs expensive internal upgrades or superchargers. It's really not worth modding the R8, and it will hurt the resale value.
How about fuel, daily driving, and maintenance?
Nissan GTR wins in each section. It has smaller displacement turbo engines, which can be more efficient when cruising. GTR has better trunk, better visibility, more practicality, and GTR parts is still expensive, but more available.
So why does GTR keep winning?
Because Nissan built it like a race car with license plates. AWD grip, turbo power, balanced transaxle layout, advanced suspension geometry, all designed to go fast.
So GTR is engineering and R8 is emotion?
Exactly. One flexes on Instagram. The other flexes at the track. Now argue in the comments. Turbo V6 AWD Monster or V10 Screaming Exotic. Don't forget to like and follow.